What's up guys, today I'm bringing you a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle, and today is actually my birthday. I turned 18 today, and I want to thank all of you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. So as you can see, I've got this OU match for you guys, and I'm using a Hoopa-Unbound on my team now. Hoopa has been released in Japan, and finally we can use this thing on Wi-Fi as well as on Showdown. It's a really strong Pokemon, but it does have average speed, so let's get into this. I'm gonna lead off with my Garchomp as he's gonna lead off with a Starmie. This Starmie is a really big threat to my team, so I'm just gonna save my Garchomp and go into my Hoopa as I can easily take one Ice Beam, and he will not be able to knock me out with Hydro Pump at this range of HP. So he knows that, and he's gonna go into his Tangrowth as I'm gonna go for the move which has the best animation ever, and it's gonna do a lot of damage to his Tangrowth, and it's actually a solid 2 KO. He's not packing leftovers on his Tangrowth, which means that he must be Assault Vest. Now he's gonna go into his Landorus T, and even this -1 Hyperspace Fury is gonna do a lot of damage to his defensive Landorus T, and because he is defensive, I can easily outspeed him, and he's probably thinking that I'm a physical Hoopa, but no, I do have Psychic, and I'm actually a mixed Hoopa. So I'm gonna go for the Psychic to take out his Landorus T, which is really big, as now my Mega Scizor has become a big threat to his team, and he's gonna go into his Tornadus. Now the reason why he didn't go into his Gardevoir is because he must be Modest Nature, and he thought I would be plus speed nature, so that's why he just went into his Tornadus T, and he's gonna go for the U-turn as I'm gonna go into my bulky Garchomp, and I do have Rocky Helmet, so he's gonna take a lot of damage, and he goes back into his Starmie. Now at this point I don't really need my Hoopa because it has done its job, which was to weaken his team, and it also took out his Landorus T, which is usually really annoying to take out, and the remainder of his team can easily take out my Hoopa, so I'm just gonna sack my Hoopa as he actually gets a useless freeze, which is not really gonna matter, and I'm gonna go into my Choice Scarf Landorus T as I can scare him out with the U-turn, and I can also get the switch initiative. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn as he's gonna go into his Tangrowth, which is fine as I can go for the U-turn, and because he's not defensive, he's Assault Vest, he's gonna take a lot of damage, and I can go into my Scizor and take this turn to Mega Evolve so that I can take his Hyper Voice from his Gardevoir much better, and I'm gonna Mega Evolve and go right for the Bug Bite as I am offensive 3 attacks Scizor, so I'm gonna go for the Bug Bite as he's gonna go into his Infernape, which is gonna easily eat up this hit, and he's actually gonna make a really nice play because he saw the Rocky Helmet on my Garchomp. He knows that I'm a bulky Garchomp, and bulky Garchomps do not run a lot of speed EVs, so he can easily outspeed me, so that's why he's gonna make a double switch into his Gardevoir so that he can freely Mega Evolve and fire off a Hyper Voice, and I did Mega Evolve my Scizor, so I can just go into my Mega Scizor and I can easily take a Hyper Voice from him, but he's gonna get a really unfortunate crit. Now this crit really mattered and pretty much changed the game, because if you look at my team, I'm really weak to fairy types, and this Mega Scizor is the only way to check them, and because he crit my Mega Scizor, I can no longer switch into his Hyper Voice or else my Mega Scizor will die. Now I know he's gonna go into his Infernape expecting me to go for the Bullet Punch, so that's why I'm gonna make a double switch and go into my Garchomp expecting him to go into his Infernape, and I can use this turn to get up my Stealth Rock so that I can pressure his team and also limit the number of switches he can make, and he's gonna go into his Gardevoir. I really want to save my Garchomp for his Tornadus, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead and sack my Keldeo because I have nothing to switch into this Gardevoir because he crit my Mega Scizor, and now I can get a free switch into my Mega Scizor. I know he's gonna go into his Infernape, but I'm still gonna go for the Bullet Punch here just to be safe because I didn't want him to go for the Hyper Voice expecting me to make a double switch into my Garchomp, expecting him to go into his Infernape, so I can once again go back into my Garchomp as this time he does not make a double switch, he just goes for the Overheat, I guess expecting me to stay in, and he's gonna go for the Close Combat, and because of the Rough Skin as well as the Rocky Helmet damage, he's gonna take himself out with the Recall, and his Infernape is gonna go down, which is really good for my Mega Scizor, and once again he can bring this monster known as Gardevoir, and I have no switches left to this thing, so I'm gonna sack my Garchomp because it's at really low health. So he's gonna go for the Hyper Voice to take out my Garchomp, but I still do have a plan to win this game, so I'm gonna go into my Latias, go for the Healing Wish so that I can heal up my Mega Scizor, and then I can set up a Swords Dance on this Mega Gardevoir and then win the game with a +2 Mega Scizor because I do have these Stealth Rocks up. So my Mega Scizor is back to full HP, and it's time to go for the game by going for the Swords Dance, but he's gonna reveal the taunt and stop me from going for the Swords Dance which means that I cannot sweep his team, and I'm just forced to go for the bullet punch and knock him out as his Gardevoir is gonna go down, and now he's gonna go into Tornadus T. I need to save the Scizor because it is my win condition, and I'm gonna go into my Landorus T because I know I can take a Hurricane. Now it's gonna be a 50-50 if I go for the Stone Edge expecting him to stay in, or if I go for the U-turn expecting him to go into Tangrowth. I just go for the knockoff as it was my safest play, and it turns out that he predicted me to go for the U-turn, predicting him to go into his Tangrowth on my expected Stone Edge, and he's able to take me out with the Hurricane as I was able to bring him down to the range where a bullet punch from my Mega Scizor will be able to take him out. And now this Mega Scizor wins the game unless his Starmie has HP Fire. So he's gonna go into his Tangrowth, which is of course gonna die to this Bug Bite coming from a Mega Scizor, and he's gonna go into his last Pokemon, which is his Starmie. It turns out that he does not have HP Fire and he misses his Hydro Pump. That miss really didn't matter because I could have easily lived a Hydro Pump and proceeded to knock him out with a Bug Bite. So that's gonna be a close 1-0 victory in my favor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and have a good day.